Cardi kept telling me like I should have fun, and we had a little bit of too much fun, and now I'm here. We had too much fun.
Cardi B just announced that she's pregnant with her 4th child from her boyfriend while she's still married to her husband. And you know what? I'm so proud of her. I remember when Cardi B first came out, she was a reality star with this outrageous personality, and she managed to transition that to a rap like pop career. And as I watched her develop over the years, she had the best of everything. The best makeup artist, the best hair, the best stylist. Like, she was really on par with all the most beautiful celebrities that exist. Like, she really stepped up to the game. Now, the drama in her life was happening only because of the man that she chose to be with. That's when we saw her crying, coming on social media, cussing out, taking him back, breaking up with him. Even though she knew it wasn't good for her, she still was trying to make it work. But all that time, she still wasn't faltering in anything else she was doing. She was steady making money, steady getting endorsements, steady continuing to be famous and admired by everybody. And that just makes me feel so happy, because this industry and this celebrity life did not eat her alive. She had her 3 beautiful kids that she enjoyed. You could tell she enjoyed being their mom. She want one person to be with, and her husband didn't appreciate that, didn't want that, so she moved on. Yeah, she's still married, but so what? She ain't hunched him in a long time. She got a new man, and now she's starting a little family with her new man. Guess what? If that don't work out, I trust and believe that Cardi B gonna always be all right, because she got a good head on her shoulders, and she focused. She ain't fall victim to drugs. She ain't get into no drama, like crazy stuff. Nothing dragged her down. And every time I see her, I'm just like, oh, she looking good. She doing good. And I'm proud that she moving on with her life. So congratulations, Cardi, on your new baby, new addition to your family, new bundle of joy, you know, because life happens. And as long as you can just keep stepping, you're going to be all right. Cardi B going to be all right.
Right away.
Yeah.
With, you know, because the rumors on the streets be talking.
Mm-hmm.
And so the latest rumor about you is that you are having a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know what, if anything, you want to share about that with the class.
Well, yes, I am. I'm having a baby with my boyfriend, Stefon Diggs.
Welcome back to StarHush, the spot where secrets spill and the truth gets louder than the lies. And tonight, the drama is hotter than it's ever been. Offset just pulled the pin on a bomb that could blow Cardi B's whole fairy tale wide open. And the way he did it has social media spinning in pure chaos. Nobody saw this coming, and yet here we are, watching the entire internet freeze like, wait, what did he just say? Out of nowhere, Offset launched into a full-on rant, and his claims hit harder than a headline scandal. According to him, Cardi's picture-perfect storyline with Stefon Diggs isn't what it looks like. He's saying it's nothing but smoke and mirrors. In fact, Offset straight up claims that he is the real father of Cardi's newest baby, not Stefon. That revelation alone had timelines crashing, but trust me, it doesn't stop there. Offset didn't just make it about paternity, he turned the knife deeper. He's accusing Cardi of running a slick game on Stefon, using him as a public cover-up while keeping the real truth tucked away. In his words, this wasn't love, it was strategy. A move to distract the public, to keep the brand strong, and to shift eyes away from the storm brewing underneath. If that's true, then somebody really needs to call Maury, because the industry is buzzing with one messy question. Was Stefon played from the jump? The whispers are brutal. Some are saying Cardi only locked herself to Stefon because the music wasn't giving what it used to, and she needed a new narrative to keep her name hot. Others are throwing shade, suggesting that Offset's meltdown is just jealousy dressed up as truth, especially after watching Cardi and Stefon's headlines dominate for weeks. Either way, the damage is done. Offset just dragged everyone into the mud, and this fire's not dying down anytime soon. And here's the wildest part. Offset's rant popped off right after Cardi herself stepped forward to finally confirm what fans had been speculating for weeks. She admitted she is pregnant, and she chose none other than Gayle King as the stage to drop the bombshell. Sitting there in front of cameras, Cardi looked relieved, like the weight of hiding it had been lifted.
Right away.
Yeah.
With, you know, because the rumors on the streets be talking.
Mm-hmm.
And so the latest rumor about you is that you are having a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know what, if anything, you want to share about that with the class.
Well, yes, I am. I'm having a baby with my boyfriend, Stefon Diggs.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. How are you feeling about that? And that this will be baby number 4 for you, Cardi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm actually I'm excited. I'm happy. I feel like I'm in a good space. I feel very strong. I feel very powerful.
Cardi thought she had the perfect plan to keep this pregnancy a secret. But no matter how hard she tried, the truth started slipping through the cracks. Let's be real. Hiding a growing belly is one of the hardest things in the world, and fans were watching her like hawks. She pulled out all the oversized fits, the baggy jackets, and the layers of fabric, hoping it would all go unnoticed. But the internet doesn't miss a thing. Clips started circulating, grainy photos popped up, and suddenly everybody was convinced they saw the outline of a baby bump peeking through. Fans turned into full-blown detectives, freezing frames, zooming into red carpet shots, and slowing down Instagram lives frame by frame. Comments were flying. Is that a bump, or am I tripping? Before long, it wasn't just speculation anymore. People were treating it like breaking news. But the situation went nuclear when Cardi showed up in court recently. Now, this wasn't just any court appearance. It tied back to that long-running mess from way back in 2018, the drama involving her doctor's office. We're not about to dive into every twist and turn of that saga, because honestly, that story could be its own documentary. But trust me when I say, emotions were raw and tensions were sky high. Still, none of that was what people were buzzing about the next morning. Forget the legal battle. All eyes were on Cardi's outfits. Instead of focusing on testimony or legal arguments, cameras were locked on her oversized blazers, her wide-leg pants, and those corset-like tops that looked more like shields than fashion statements. Every single fit had people asking the same thing. Is she hiding something? Social media went crazy. Timelines flooded with side-by-side outfit breakdowns, and TikToks racked up millions of views dissecting her every move. It wasn't about courtroom drama anymore. It was about the secret Cardi couldn't quite keep under wraps. She thought the bold styling would distract people, but in reality, it only made the whispers louder and the speculation unstoppable.
Feeling pretty good?
Cardi, can you please find?
Cardi didn't just play coy about the pregnancy. She went all in on the denial game. At one point, she even uploaded a video wearing what looked like a fake baby bump, and the internet lost its mind. Some fans thought it was a clever troll, while others said it was proof that she was trying a little too hard to throw everybody off her trail. Comments poured in left and right, with people laughing, saying, "Sis really thinks we can't tell the difference between a prop and the real thing?" But here's the truth. Pregnancy isn't something you can keep under wraps forever. Eventually, the whispers get too loud, the bump gets too clear, and no amount of baggy fashion or clever distractions can erase what's obvious. And that's exactly what happened here. Cardi finally had to face the music and step forward with the truth. She chose the moment carefully, sitting down with Gayle King for that big reveal. In the interview, she dropped the bomb, confirming what everyone already suspected. Yes, she's expecting. But it wasn't just the confirmation that grabbed attention, but it was what she said about why she kept it hidden for so long. According to Cardi, the biggest reason she stayed quiet wasn't the fans, the blogs, or even the tabloids. It was her own family. She admitted she was nervous about how they'd react, worried about what they would say, and even scared of the judgment that might come from those closest to her. Imagine that, one of the most famous rappers in the world, setting trends and breaking records, still feeling like she has to tiptoe around her own family. That confession shocked fans because it showed a side of Cardi most people never see. Not just the superstar, but the daughter still bracing herself for her parents' reaction.
No, I just is like, can I just say it on my own time? Like, I'm not hiding.
On my own time,
Like on my own time.
terms.
Yes, like it's like on my own terms. Let me close some deals first. You know what I'm saying? Let me close some deals first. And it's like, you know what? You don't really want to say right away that you're pregnant. Like, it's like, let me see a couple of more sonograms. Let my baby be healthy. And you know what's so crazy? I haven't till today. Matter of fact, I have to tell them this week before this interview come out. I haven't even told my parents.
No way, Cardi.
I haven't told my parents. They just be looking at me like,
Cardi. Wait. Back up. Why haven't you told them?
cause
Why?
I'm scared of them. I'm very scared of my parents.
You're scared of your parents?
I'm very scared of my
do
parents.
they like Stefon? Do they like him?
Yes, they like him.
They like him.
They do like him. They do like him.
Something tells me they'll be happy for you because you have children, he has children. Were you thinking, you know, the way we feel about each other, we both want to have a child together?
Yes.
The fans did not take it lightly when Cardi tried to spin the story and downplay her pregnancy. People were heated for a lot of reasons, but one of the biggest ones was simple. Stefon Diggs has a reputation, and not a flattering one. To some, he looks like Offset 2.0, just with an NFL jersey on instead of a mic in his hand. That comparison alone had people side-eyeing Cardi's choices, because remember, she walked away from Offset's cheating only to get with a man already known for his player lifestyle. And this isn't just internet gossip. Even Stefon's own teammates once said on camera that they would never let their sisters date him because he's bad news for women. Think about that for a second. If the guys standing next to you on the field every week are warning the public about your reputation, then it's not just haters talking, it's people who know you personally. Add to that the baby drama swirling around him. Reports say Stefon had 2 or 3 kids in the same year with different women, and there's even a rumor floating around that another woman is carrying twins. That means Cardi might be stepping into a situation where she's the 4th baby mama in under 12 months. And to make things worse, whispers of him sneaking around with his ex have already surfaced, with some receipts suggesting she caught him red-handed. No wonder fans feel a type of way about Cardi jumping into this storyline. It looks messy from every angle. But if you thought that was the peak of the drama, nope. Offset slid in to pour gasoline on the fire. And honestly, nobody should be shocked. Because if there's one thing Offset is consistent about, it's stirring chaos whenever Cardi tries to move on. But this time, this might be his most explosive play yet. According to fresh reports, Offset is now flat out claiming that he is the real father of Cardi's baby. Not only is he saying it, but insiders say he's pushing for a DNA test to prove paternity. He's making it clear that he's ready to fight for his bloodline all the way, even if it drags Cardi through the mud in the process. The timing, though, is what really sent the internet spiraling. Just 2 weeks ago, Offset was in denial mode, brushing off fan comments and even clapping back at posts. When one person tweeted, legally, that baby would still be Offset's if Cardi's pregnant by another man, Offset shut it down quick, writing, "The devil is a liar," but then the tables turned fast. Things blew up even more when a TikTok went viral, with fans debating whether the baby was Offset's or Stefon's.
Just because Cardi B does it does not mean you should as well. After a relationship, especially if that relationship put you through so much turmoil, do not hop into another relationship without doing the healing. Allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to sit in silence and peace and reflect on your partner's part, what they did, and also your part. Allow yourself to find yourself again. Find your footing. Find your fire. Focus on the things that are meant for you to do before hopping into another relationship. When you don't take the time to actually reflect on the past relationship, you will literally keep repeating the cycle over and over and over. And there has to get to a point where you no longer can sit and be like, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Because it's you at this point. Because at this point, you are the common denominator. You are the problem. So just because your faves do it, don't follow into their footsteps. Listen to their music, buy their art, do whatever. Don't follow their footsteps. And let's make this very clear, because some of y'all still not understanding this. It's not clicking.
I'm sorry, y'all, because I know y'all like to tussle. But we all saw what we saw when Cardi walked out the courtroom, right? In that white outfit. We all saw the same thing. Now, the question is, whose is it? That is the real gag.
Just because you have money and you can have a ton of babies does not mean that's the only thing that a child needs. I can't believe I have to say that. A child needs more than money, more than just money, in order to properly raise them. And lastly, hopping from man to man to man before doing your healing, you're literally depleting your feminine energy. Your feminine energy is so incredibly important. It is what helps boost you through life. It is what helps you create to be the best self that you can be. When you are with a man who's depleting you, you lose out. You lose it. Just really think about it. Think about how Cardi B's music has not been the same ever since she got with Offset. He's been depleting her of her feminine energy, of her good energy, her energy that she could have used to really create more art and put out more music. And now she's repeating the same pattern again with another man. The cycle will never stop until you learn your lesson.
Offset didn't sit back quietly. He jumped right into the chaos and lit a new wildfire online. When that viral clip started making rounds, he slid into the comments and bluntly wrote, "Not mine." And that short line exploded into 1,000 screenshots and heated takes overnight. The whole internet went into detective mode instantly, and the tea got even hotter. What set people off was how Offset's tone shifted. A week earlier, he'd been denying any paternity rumors, clapping back at trolls and acting like the story wasn't real. Now, suddenly after Cardi's reveal, he's out here acting like he wants to be seen as the father, ready to start DNA talk and drag this into full public battle. That flip had fans calling it a stunt, a move to grab attention and make headlines, not a genuine family discussion. This whole saga reads like a live soap opera. Offset has a long history of emotional posts and public fights, and a lot of folks say this isn't about law or love, it's about clout and control. A few months back, he even posted a raw message about being betrayed while Cardi was pregnant with Blossom, and that drama never went away. He's said things before that looked like he was trying to shame her or call her out publicly, and that history made people question his motives now more than ever. Cardi wasn't having him trash her in public, though. She came prepared with receipts. She pulled strings and showed texts that painted a different picture. Private chats where Offset allegedly begged, flirted, or tried to connect off camera while public shade came later. Those exchanges undercut his public posture and made his sudden "I'm the father" energy look less noble and more performative. The receipts show chats like him asking, "You sure you don't want me?" and her giving cold replies, then him following up with confused or pleading lines like he needed clarity. Then there are messages where he tries to post up the story in public while privately reaching out for attention. That mismatch is what fans ate up. When screenshots dropped, people argued Cardi was right to defend herself and to expose the contradiction between his DMs and his public taunts. At the same time, there's a legal angle fans keep repeating. Someone on social media wrote that, legally, a child could be tied to a former partner under certain conditions. And that claim sent panic through comment sections. Offset fired back online initially, writing something like, "The devil is a liar," which felt like denial. But as more clips and receipts circulated, he flipped into demanding paternity proof, and suddenly the whole thing looked like a media war rather than a private family matter. People split into camps fast. Some say Offset's truly acting as a father and wants answers. Others call it manufactured drama, classic celebrity chess for attention and sympathy. The truth might be messy, but one thing's clear. The receipts are what really move the needle. When private messages surfaced showing Offset thirsting in DMs while publicly acting wounded, his credibility took a hit and fans used those texts to push back hard. The deeper you dig into this Offset and Cardi situation, the messier it gets. More screenshots started floating around, and if the receipts are real, Offset was down bad. One text shows him hitting Cardi up late at night saying something along the lines of, "Damn, you look good. Come over." Cardi clapped back instantly, shutting the door with a blunt reply, "I told you never getting this again." And I mean that. But Offset wouldn't let it go. He kept pushing, texting her things like, "I want to be with you. Why you acting like this? Don't you feel like you're gonna miss me? I miss your face. I miss your energy." And Cardi stayed firm, replying coldly that she didn't feel that way, telling him flat out that he didn't deserve her. Fans jumped on this exchange and dragged Offset online, saying he was still chasing what he lost, even while acting like he'd moved on. Cardi, for her part, has always denied sneaking around with him after their separation. When people accused her of keeping things romantic, she went off saying the only reason they stayed close was for the kids. According to her, it was nothing but co-parenting, nothing more, nothing less. But Offset complicated everything again when he filed paperwork, asking for alimony and child support during the divorce. That move left people stunned. Why? Because everyone knows the kids stay primarily with Cardi, and she's the one handling their daily care. So why would Offset be asking for financial support from her? The whispers got louder that his money situation might not be as strong as he likes to portray. Insiders claim Cardi has always been the saver and investor in the marriage, stacking real estate, putting money into business plays, and building long-term wealth. Meanwhile, Offset's reputation is that he spends money like water, with rumors about gambling habits making things even worse. So even though both made millions, reports say the bulk of what remains now is Cardi's, as much as 90 to 95% of their assets tied to her grind. And it's not just cash, Cardi has properties too. She holds down a big home in Atlanta where she and the kids stay, plus another place in New Jersey where her mom lives. Word on the street is she'll keep both properties in the split, leaving Offset with far less than the flashy image he puts out online. Fans are already speculating what his life is going to look like without Cardi's financial safety net, and the predictions aren't pretty. Then came the bombshell from blogger Wongo Alexis, who claimed Cardi was still sneaking around with Offset on the low. Alexis said Offset bragged about hooking up with her while she was in Atlanta, which sent Cardi into a rage. She fired back in a text that leaked online saying, "Why you saying I was with Offset this weekend? That's a lie. Lying on me is crazy. I've moved on. He's the one who couldn't keep it together while we were still married. Don't twist my name into this mess." Fans split instantly. Some believed Alexis and said the secret hookups explained why Offset was suddenly claiming paternity of Cardi's new baby. Others defended Cardi, saying she was tired of being dragged into false narratives. But regardless of where you land, the perception was ugly. Offset's flip-flopping made him look desperate, and Cardi's fiery clapbacks showed just how fed up she was. And here's where things get even uglier. Offset's other baby mamas have been stepping forward, throwing shade, and saying flat out that he doesn't even spend that much time with the kids he already has. If that's true, then this whole child support angle he's pushing? Yeah, it's not likely to land the way he hopes. Not in court and not in the public eye. People are already side-eyeing him, calling it a stunt more than a serious move. But Offset wasn't done stirring the pot. According to him, there's a much bigger reason why Cardi is pointing the finger at Stefon Diggs as the father of her baby. And it all comes down to money and image. Offset is convinced Cardi's making power plays, not love moves. In his mind, she's trying to lock down Stefon because his NFL checks are way bigger than what Offset can pull right now. He straight up believes Cardi's playing the long game to secure her financial bag and cement her spot with someone the industry sees as more stable than him. Offset's not only accusing her of trying to baby trap Stefon, but he's also convinced she's desperate to prove herself after their breakup. He thinks the pregnancy isn't just about family, it's about optics. The way he tells it, Cardi's tired of being clowned online by people saying she can't keep a man. So to Offset, this whole situation is her way of showing the world she's got someone new, someone bigger, and she's not afraid to flex it. And the speculation doesn't stop there. Fans are now buzzing that Cardi might be pushing for Stefon to lock it down with a proposal, not just for romance, but to silence the haters. The streets are saying she wants that ring just as much as the baby, to prove she's still on top in love, in image, and in business. But that only fuels the chaos, because if Offset's claims stick, then the narrative flips, and Cardi's whole love story could look like a calculated chess move instead of a fairy tale. So here we are, Offset throwing bombs, Cardi fighting back with receipts, and Stefon Diggs caught in the middle of a storm he never asked for. The drama is only getting hotter by the hour, and if the past few weeks have shown us anything, it's that this storyline is nowhere close to finished. The real father question is the kind of cliffhanger that could keep the industry buzzing all year long. Now I need to hear from you. Do you think Offset is just chasing clout with all these claims, or could there really be truth hiding under the mess? And if it is all a strategy, is Cardi B really trying to baby trap Stefon Diggs, or is Offset just bitter about losing his place in her life? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. Let's get into it. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe because you already know this saga is far from over. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one, my stars and hushers. Stay tuned because the next twist is guaranteed to be even messier than this one.